Hey everyone, I'm Amanda Smith for USCFootball.com, here with Dan Weber bringing you your instant analysis. First and foremost, we noticed that a lot of the offensive coaches were making the plays today. What was the reason behind that today, Dan?
Well, I think it's a carryover for Lane Kiffin to be able to yesterday spent most of the day with the defense. Today, he did spend it with the offense, but it still was a case of Clay Helton was calling the plays, and Kennedy Palomalu, running backs coach, with the title of defensive or offensive coordinator, both in the huddle. T. Martin and James Craig, kind of a shared responsibility between all four offensive coaches, and it's kind of, in pushing them. I know Coach Helton was the offensive coordinator, called the plays at Memphis State, or University of Memphis now, I guess, as recently as 2009. He said he thinks it's just kind of for this week, and it's just, for bowl practice, not necessarily for the bowl game. So that's all we know. But the kids liked it. It works well, and it allows Lane to be free and kind of look at all parts of the team.
You were telling me earlier that you think that Nikel Roby might be returning next year. What's your reason behind that?
Well, I'm just saying, I think you can make a much better case for those of us who kind of thought, he's probably not coming back. Today he said, unless he's a first or second round draft pick, he's not, or projected as such. He might not be coming, or he might be back, and only going to leave if he is. So he's getting his NFL evaluation maybe by the end of the week. But he really thinks, and he made the case of why it could be a good thing to come back for a senior. He said, I'm not going to get any taller, but he might get a chance to play, to get more film against more good receivers, showing how he can play them if he gets a chance to play more man-to-man. There are a lot of good quarterbacks in the Pac-12, so he made a pretty good case about why he might be coming back. So I think I think you could make a stronger case now that he'll be back than maybe you could have, say, at the beginning of the year.
Another big question for Trojans fans is who is going to be the quarterback for this El Paso Sun Bowl game?
Well, I think we saw Matt Barkley for the first time. He's not practicing. Lane was asked. The plan is he starts to practice when you get to El Paso, and that's December 26th. He said, do you think, Matt will practice that first day in El Paso? And he said, well, if he can. So we're not sure. Lane says he's keeping up with the game plan, and he's staying around the team, but mostly rehabbing, inside. It's the first day we've really seen him outside. So if Matt doesn't go, it would definitely be Max Whittick. It'd be a continuation of the Notre Dame game.
And last but not least, we're standing here in front of Cromwell Field. They're putting in some new turf here. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, there's a lot of stuff going on. I tell you, they're putting in both new artificial turf that's being unrolled right now. You can see the bright green behind us, and a new track. And then on the other side, they're getting into the construction for the McDonald's Swim Stadium, which they're going to completely redo. And Heritage Hall behind us is pretty much being emptied as we speak, because the Sports Information Office has already moved across the street to University Village, so they're going to be gone for a year. I think the Cromwell thing, they've got the street all blocked off. For example, you've got to go around the track in order to go down. Got one narrow lane open that you can get to Howard Jones, but it's a different world. I mean, they planned everything obviously for when the students aren't really here. But there's a lot of work going on, and every day you have to come a new way to get to the practice field. So kind of an exciting deal here, but the track really looks good.
All right, well, that wraps things up here for your instant analysis. For Dan Weber, I'm Amanda Smith. Be sure to check out USCFootball.com for more.